Uh-oh, y'all know what it is. It's going down. Yours truly, your big dog, go DJ Star, holding it down. HSENT, a.k.a. Headline Starlight Entertainment, brings.
So that mean my business straight, my bitches straight. Benji Banks, your bitches stay on my Twitter page. I'm back to shit. I ain't with
Georgia brings pressure. Young backpedals and delivers a strike across the middle to Robinson. Burst down to the 43. Biggest third down Bryce Young's career. You need 10. Play clock at 4. From the pocket. Launching downfield. Underthrown and intercepted. Keely Ringo has an escort down the sidelines. All the way to the end zone. And Georgia is going to conquer the Crimson Tide.
Yeah, he's to the outside. The receiver's to the outside. Bryce, he didn't get pressure, but I don't know if he's expecting a back shoulder throw or bringing Holden back, whatever it might have been. But unlike Kendrick, Ringo gets his eyes on the ball, and he sees that it's underthrown and adjusts back and makes that interception. As you said, he had a convoy in front of him. It wasn't just about securing.
And freeze, as we can see, this man got ups.
Yeah.
I think people really is sleeping on Kirby Smart. This man got ups. And I just wanted to freeze point that picture. That's all. And we continue.
Look at Kirby in the background. That's elevation. That was 38 inches right there by Kirby Smart.
We saw the speed earlier. There's the vertical jump.
Yeah.
Ringo, as a freshman, his first interception. Bennett responding after the fumble with a tremendous throw and catch. And then the pick six to seal it. And one more play for the Georgia defense. Georgia on the mountaintop. Demons be gone, and the drought is over. National champions at long last.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube.
And that's how we start this. We got HS Sports back. Final college game of the year. Alabama, Georgia. We got Zoe. We got Mo back from COVID. Could be clear for that. And she got her hair done. And she sent her thirst trap pictures to all them St. Louis pimps out there. Welcome back, Mo.
Thank you. It's great to be back. I see you done changed up since the last time I saw you.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Little lower.
Yeah.
Little lower. I've been getting a lot of compliments about it. I've been loving it. A lot of compliments.
Player.
Yes. Not like Moto, but I've been getting my compliments though.
No. We ain't gonna talk about Zoe with his clip that he posted on Facebook.
Which one?
The one from the show.
Oh, well, he got muted a lot.
Aisha. Put some respect on her marriage. Don't believe everything you hear.
She don't know.
Wait, she don't know she's an open marriage.
She don't know.
Want attention.
She don't know what we go through on this show, so she can't really speak on it. Like the stuff we don't have to deal with for the last December, November. Is it September? Not August. No, it is. It is August because we started.
I started
second or third week.
I think I came in. I came in late, so
you came in late, but I think we started. I want to say because we started before HBC. No, we started after Grambling, Tennessee State.
Yeah.
Okay.
So she don't know what we've been dealing with. She don't know about the jinx he did with us. We're talking about Go PV. She don't know about that.
Yeah.
I should just meet him just for the hell of it, but we not. It's a new year, so.
But it's the same season.
True. That is true. But we're gonna keep it moving. So other than that, Mo, how you feeling?
Feel pretty good, you know. A little hurt from last night, but we all right.
I mean,
It's game, you know.
It was a good game to the fourth quarter.
Yeah, both defenses played their hearts out. So, I mean, honestly, I can't ask for anything else. The only thing that really ticked me off is one of the assistant coaches celebrated the player going down in the beginning of the game. That was kind of insulting. But other than that,
One of the Georgia?
yeah, Bama player went down.
Yeah, the receiver, yeah.
Turns out he has a torn ACL, but we all saw that from the game. But the coach, one of the assistants, I can't remember which one, was like, "Okay, now that he's out, we're good."
Literally, that really was. Y'all, but he shouldn't have did what he did. But I just want to say this: y'all receivers, after he went down, they were shell shocked. They weren't like Tua when he got thrown out there on the national championship level. They wasn't ready for that.
They were deer in the headlights.
Because that pressure that they was bringing to Mr. Heisman, he wasn't ready.
Like the passes he was throwing before, man. Like I really thought, like, okay, receiver go down, next man up. Nah, buddy, them boys weren't ready for that. Them boys were trying to be on the bench the whole game.
The man was trying to go back out there, and the trainer was like, no, sir, ACL is torn. No, you're not going back in the game.
Zoe, any comments on the game?
I laughed at the guy from Georgia, the championship hat, and it was Alabama. They gave him the wrong hat. How do you give them the wrong hat? All the boxes should have said Georgia or Alabama.
Yeah, that was
one of my friends posted on Facebook. She said she actually took a picture of the guy with the wrong hat on, and she said, "Sky Daddy, the ones you let win the championship ignorant, take it back."
Like them hats should have been, as soon as Georgia scored their last touchdown, them Alabama hats should have been shipped on their way to Africa.
Why they always got to go to Africa? They could have went to Mexico.
Okay, Mexico.
Okay.
But we always see now that's not what they're gonna do. But we always see people from Africa who get them shirts. But Mexico, you can give to them or hat, so it's all good.
To a third world country. I'm just gonna be real. We don't never see them in the commercials.
Maybe they can get the Alabama A&M shirts from spring championship.
So
as we move along, man, we got a lot to talk about.
I watched the show last week. It was a pretty good show.
Yeah. But this week, really gonna be the week. Because we first go to the HBCUs and the playoffs, and even talk about some of the coaches. And we also give Mo her opportunity to talk about the new coaches that got hired in the SWAC, because she wasn't on when Dooley went to Southern. And I don't know old boy name from Prairie View, but I know it's Bubba, the new head coach at PV. Because we Googled him the last show. We didn't know his name, but Bubba is his nickname.
Yeah.
So
Bubba Womack or something like that.
Yeah. All I know is Bubba. So we gotta talk about that.
He came from.
He was the assistant at PV when Dooley was.
Oh yeah,
he did assist.
So we gotta let Mo get her little word in on that, and then we gotta talk about what the hell is going on with the SWAC in this transfer portal.
Bubba McDowell.
If they working it the way they need to, 5 more players just entered today from Bama.
So, and then Zoe got a scoop on somebody from the SEC supposed to be walking around on Grambling campus this week. We gotta let them talk about that. It is a lot been going on since the Celebration Bowl, and we gonna try to do as much as we can in the minimum time we got. But first, let's go to these picks.
Can somebody go us ACU?
It was an Alabama Christian.
Not Alabama. Alabama. Yeah,
It
Alabama.
is. Yeah, it is. Alabama Christian University.
Yeah, it's in Texas.
Oh, I was just checking because I'm looking at Facebook and apparently Gremlin got one of their players.
Okay,
Yep.
so let's go to these picks real quick.
Okay.
And there it is, ladies and gentlemen.
Woo woo. Woo woo.
Just gotta put it there for give a quick shout to Harris Stowe University Athletic Department. That's our very own Mo. Sending her thirst trap pick out there. But I digress.
Thirst trap.
Sending her thirst trap for all them pimps in St. Louis.
Why you gotta be pimp? See, I stay downtown. I don't go around there for them
Yeah, that's what you say. All right. So we gotta talk about these NFL picks. Don't look at the games. I didn't update them. I just put the our picks in, who won, who lost. Do anybody want to know who came out on top? We know it wasn't Mo because she started late. So Mo, I'm gonna let you choose who you think came out on top.
I really don't know what the picks were. All of the picks from last week. I'm going to say Zoe won NFL.
Let's give a drum roll. Da-da-da. Final count. Zoe 143, 62 and 1. Mo 96, 67 and 1. She started with us late. Me 138, 67 and 1. And I picked the Chargers. I picked the Ravens. I also picked the Rams. Those changes, I beat Zoe. So, with that being said, and I also picked, I don't know why, but I did, but I picked the Giants to beat the Redskins.
Smoking.
I just thought maybe it's the last home game. It's in New York. They're going to come out and leave on top.
They were fighting for pride, both of them.
Or those don't count.
No. Washington was playing with pride. The Giants was playing like they were trying to get to Cancun.
Not again.
So,
I picked the Steelers over the Ravens.
also got to talk about that too. So that is the final tally for the NFL regular season. Zoe took the championship belt in the SWAC and NFL. So without muting him, Zoe, I'm going to give you 3 minutes to embellish in your winnings.
I'd like to thank the inconsistency of the NFL teams. The teams that's supposed to win, sometimes they win, sometimes they didn't show up. I ain't gonna call no names. Teams that we're supposed to get blown out, put up dog fights, So thank y'all. And thank you to this gut instinct, let's go with them for this trip, for this pick. That's all it was. Mostly just gut picks.
Our 2021 season champion, Zoe. But don't worry, we got many more seasons to go. Shit gonna change right here.
And I'll be this time, so it's up.
I just want to thank the New York Giants for that win over the Saints in the beginning in the Superdome. I really appreciate that.
I would like to thank the Jaguars for ending the coach season.
You better say that shit, Mo. You better say that shit. Sitting them bitches home. You hear me? I ain't mean to curse like that. Them boys and score a touchdown to 5 minutes left in the fourth quarter. We weren't playing with them. I tell you, if it had been 12 more games, we'd be in the Super Bowl.
Tell you what you care, Florida.
12 more games, we would have been in the Super Bowl. We just needed 12 more.
What do you guys get?
We won and got the number 1 draft pick.
Oh, cut up. Oh, y'all got a lot of talent on the board now.
We'll
coach first.
Yeah. Let's get that out the way first. Let's get that out the way first.
Like four coaches got fired Monday.
Great segue, so great segue. So go ahead.
I mean, 4 coaches got fired Monday. It was a great pink Monday Like we tired of losing, so they like, look, you get an X, you get a pink slip, you get a pink slip.
Everybody gets a pink slip.
Everybody gets a pink slip. So let me go find the tweet. I saw
instead of the gold rush, it was the pink rush because they rushing them coaches right on up out of them.
All right, so the first
Even
opening,
GMs.
yeah. So the first opening that was done for the season was the Raiders. The second was my Jaguars. The third was the Denver Broncos. The fourth was the Vikings. They got rid of their head coach and GM. The fifth was the Bears. They got rid of their head coach and GM. The sixth was the Dolphins releasing Brian Flores, which that was a dumbass move. And then the last one recently happened maybe like 3 hours ago when the Giants released the head coach. And the GM was always going to retire. He knew he was out of there, so he just went on retire, but they fired the head coach. So Raiders, Jaguars, Broncos, Dolphins, Vikings, Bears, Giants. Now, if you ask me, you know what I'm going to say, but I'm going to ask you two, which one of these teams, if you had to choose to be the head coach, would you choose? Out of the Raiders, Jaguars, Broncos, Dolphins, Vikings, Bears, Giants, and why?
If I had to be the head coach with the personnel they already have?
Mm-hmm. And remember, the Oakland Raiders are in the playoffs.
I understand that. Hold on, let me look at my sheet. Okay, I understand that. Me personally, I think that the Dolphins have a pretty good foundation. All you gotta do is build on it. So I would pick the Dolphins.
I'm going with the Dolphins. So?
You know, I go to the black hole, Las Vegas.
First of all, it's not a black hole; it's the blackjack table.
No, it's called the black hole. They call it the black hole.
That shit is not the black hole.
Black table.
It's the blackjack table. The black hole is in Oakland, California. They can try their best to name that the black hole, but it would never be the black hole.
It's black outside. It's all
it is
black.
The black. I'm calling that the blackjack table.
Like I said, it's all black.
Do you know that you can gamble in that stadium? They have a little casino. They have they got a little casino.
I know that.
It's a little casino.
Oh, I don't see why you shouldn't be able to gamble in a stadium.
They got a little casino in that thing. I'm like, that is awesome.
Jared, don't surprise me.
Dancing in cages. What you expect?
The Jaguars got pools in their stadium.
It don't surprise me because when I went with the football team to Reno, they had slot machines in the airport.
Like, I'm like, that's right, awesome. So, well, Florida, who you want to think you feel? Ooh, what would be a great place for me to coach?
We already know you're gonna say Duval.
You best believe it. You saw what that defense did against the Colts, against the number one rushing offense in the throughout the whole NFL season. Shut them boys down. We got a good team. If I was the head coach, first of all, I'm finding the offensive coordinator, and I'm going to find Norv Turner, or I'm gonna bring in Jim Caldwell as an OC, or if I can get Byron Leftwich to come. I'm just defining the OC, bringing in a head coach, talk to Sean Khan about firing the GM, and we're going to have a winning season next year.
It's a solid plan.
By the way, we play y'all next year, too, in Duval.
That's gonna be.
Don't get your feelings hurt.
Look, you heard me. That's going to be fun.
That is going to be. We don't know what week yet. But I'd be damned if I got the money, both of y'all coming to Duval see this here. What?
Hey, as long as I ain't got no games, I'm there.
Like, I'm y'all coming for that game. Hold on, let me pull it up.
Look, the airport ain't that far.
Let me put it. Yes, Lord. They just put out the schedule.
So have they dropped our schedule yet?
Nah, we worry about the playoffs right now.
Home game 2022. We play the Cowboys.
I see that star.
Right there. Right there. But that's not here there. We still got to talk about what's going on there. Going to here. So moving on. So we got to get the NFL out of the way because we definitely got to talk about what's going on in the SWAC. Well, it's playoff time, ladies and gentlemen. And Green Bay took the number one spot in the NFC. Tennessee took the number one spot in the AFC. But it's a game that I think is going to be for the record books, and it's on Monday Night Football.
Yeah. I can see that. Yeah. It's going to be a title. Mm-hmm.
We got the Titans next season, too.
Nobody gives a damn about the Titans.
I mean, the Tits are, they just waiting to see who they're going to face.
We got a tough schedule next year.
I got to mute Mo for that comment.
What's he saying? I ain't even here. I'm looking at the schedule.
Nobody give two damns about the Tennessee Titans. Nobody give two damns about the Tennessee Titans. Monday Night Football for the first time in NFL history.
It makes sense. It's the only game. You know what should be moved to Saturday.
The Dallas Cowboys versus the San Francisco 49ers.
Oh, that's Sunday.
We play Sunday.
Who play Monday?
Cards, Rams.
Dang, I thought it was the Cowboys.
We got Sunday. Sunday afternoon games. Yeah.
What? I thought y'all was playing Monday. I thought that would have been a bigger game.
Or they could at least put us as the night game.
Nah, y'all deserve
that. They said, do not sit Cowboys fans, do not sell your tickets. We don't want all them 49ers fans there. But shoot, you look at it, you in the upper bowl, you can flip that for $1,000 to have somebody sit up top. That's money.
Look, if I had a ticket, I'm a diehard fan, but somebody in red offered me a stack for it. They can have it.
Hey, here you go.
Okay, so let's go through the game. So first game up will be Saturday at 1:00. We got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers versus the Philadelphia Eagles. I'm still shocked that the Philadelphia Eagles made the play.
What schedule are you looking at?
I'm looking at Sunday, 1:00.
Raiders Bengals.
Yeah, you got Saturday.
I'm looking at the Sunday. I'm going by the time, so I'm looking at Sunday 1:00.
But you got games on Saturday. You got 2 games on Saturday.
But I'm looking at the 1:00.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're just going by times, not dates.
Yeah, I'm just looking at the times. I ain't looking about the dates. That's why I said first game. How they got the schedule set up, they got 1:00, 4:30, 4:30, 8:15, 8:15, 8:15, and they got the Chiefs and the Rams and the Cardinals as the last one, and then you got the Chiefs, the Steelers and Chiefs for Sunday night.
Yeah.
Okay,
so let me switch it up.
That's confusing. That's
okay.
confusing.
Hold on. Let me find another schedule. Got the dates with the Saturdays and Sundays. Because this schedule right here.
Go. I got you. Saturday, 3:30.
Those Buccaneers, Eagles, 49ers, Dallas, Steelers, Chiefs, Cardinals, Rams.
So which game is first for Saturday?
Raiders in Cincinnati at 3:30.
Okay, I forgot y'all Central. I'm Eastern. All right. So we got the Raiders versus the Bengals in Cincinnati. Who y'all liking?
Well, according to history, the Bengals' drought for the playoffs started against the Raiders many years ago. I think the Bengals will finally end their drought against the Raiders.
I like blackjack table.
It literally was a corn flip for me.
I like the blackjack table. I think they're gonna come out and shock some people. which I got another shocker, which I think is really going to happen. All right. Next game, that same Saturday, we got Patriots versus the Bills. I really didn't want to see this game. I really wish they could have switched it
Oh, I
up.
skipped that game. Who playing?
Patriots versus the Bills.
Oh,
Buffalo.
I think the Bills gonna win again.
Patriots and the Bills.
It's the wind. I'm looking at the weather now. There ain't no wind chill. It's gonna be cold, but it ain't gonna be no wind chill. And I think Buffalo beats the Patriots.
Patriots been struggling a little bit, so I like the Bills.
On you, Zo.
I got the Bills.
So we're gonna 3 the hard way with the Bills.
Yeah.
All right, moving to Sunday, 1 o'clock on 12 o'clock y'all time. Back to the Eagles versus the Buccaneers. I'm gonna keep saying this shit. The Eagles really made the playoffs.
I'm going with the Buccaneers because I don't even think the Eagles should have been there.
I didn't even know they even had the many wins to make the playoff, but they made the playoff and secured a spot before the 49ers. I just want to point that out.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
But I'm still rolling with Tom Brady.
Rolling with playoff Brady.
3 the hard way on the Buccaneers.
Upset, I swear to God, I'm laughing. I ain't lying.
I hope not. I hope not.
I don't see it happening, but when do you ever just see the upsets?
Not in the playoffs.
That's Tom.
And when I mean upsets, like the real last upset in the playoffs was my Jaguars when we went to Denver and beat John Elway, Shannon Sharp, and that number one defense and that number one team. They thought that was the year Elway was going to win the Super Bowl. I think not. So, moving on to 4:30, 3:30 y'all time. We got the Boys versus the Niners in Jerry's world. Nope, we got to say that for last. Moving on. Let's go to the Monday night game. Get that shit out of the way. Cardinals versus the Rams. Is there a ram in the bush, Mo?
Yes, there's definitely a ram in the bush. I believe it. I'm sorry. And it ain't because I'm in St. Louis. That team ain't in St. Louis no more, but it's definitely a ram in the bush.
I just like their defense over Arizona. I'm going with the ram in the bush. Zoe?
I got the Cardinals.
Zoe drinking the tea. Zoe drinking the tea.
Kyle Murray.
Ben Roethlisberger, Mike Thompson snuck into the playoffs. We got the Steelers versus the Chiefs. I am rocking with Big Ben in this game.
The Steelers have been on fire.
This is the upset pick of the playoffs for me.
The only way, and y'all, don't mute me when I say this. I see you getting your mutant finger ready, but
no. I scratched my head. You know, I got a low cut now. I got to rub it.
The only way I see the Steelers going a distance is if Ben announces that. Well, no, he is done, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Never.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Come on and say it. Come on and say it, because you about to take my point. Come on and say it, Mo.
I mean, and it's gonna be like I got my brother, I got Antonio. You know, they're big Ravens fans. They get mad when I say this.
First of all, tell your brother he let us down like these last.
He already knows. I already told him when I went home for Christmas.
Okay.
But I can truly say that the Ravens season was trash. But as soon as Ray Lewis announced that he was retiring, they all of a sudden went on a streak.
No weapon. Remember, he kept saying no weapon.
Yeah, and he meant the other teams and the officials because they was on their side. So I'm going to pick Big Ben and the Steelers.
Zoe, you gonna make it 3 the hard way?
Oh,
Okay, then.
oh.
I'll do. Okay.
If they win, I'm saying it now. It's rigged. They rigging it for Big Ben. I'm saying it. Monica ain't gonna say it. I'm gonna say it. You rigging them for it. No.
Zoe picking the Chiefs. Me and Mo taking Big Ben and Mike Tomlin. Well,
And I like Mike, so
I like Mike too. And the Pittsburgh is, I kind of like them as my backup team, but nah, not this year.
well, my team didn't make the playoffs, but they two teams did. The boys versus the Niners, Sunday, 4:30, 3:30 Central Time if you in Louisiana, Texas, Arkansas, Oklahoma, whatever. We know who Zoe am rocking with. The question is, am I going to make it 3 the hard way?
You gonna rock with Pat?
I mean, this rivalry is one of the reasons why I became a Dallas fan from back in the day. It is just a rivalry like no other, and I don't take that away from any other team, but it's Dallas and 49ers, and they got to come to our house. So as long as Dak on his stuff.
I want the Cowboys to win because I just want Dak Prescott to just get what he deserves.
I'm gonna tell you the truth right now. We got to bring our A game, and what's our kicker? Zerling. Listen to me clearly. I don't know what you got going on mentally, like you said today, but get your shit together because we need you. If it comes down to you, we need you on your A game.
Okay, I'm just gonna pick the Niners just to throw shit off. Since Zoe picked Chiefs, I'm gonna just pick the Niners to throw shit off. Somebody got to be the oddball. My team didn't make the playoffs. Y'all did.
Pat, you hear that, Pat? You going with your Pat?
I ain't going with Pat. I'm going with Kyle Shanahan. Damn him too.
I admit the 49ers are loaded. I give them that. We're gonna have a test. It's gonna be a good game.
Mm-hmm.
So recap.
God damn it.
Go ahead.
We can't be one and done.
So recap. I think Zoe, you picked the Raiders, didn't you?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So me and Zoe got the Raiders. Mo got the Bengals. We was 3 the hard way on the Bills, 3 the hard way on the Buccaneers. Zoe's drinking Arizona tea. Me and Mo got a ram in the bush. Me and Mo got Big Ben. Zoe got Patrick Mahomes. And the Cowboys, diehard fans, picked the Cowboys. I just picked the 49ers to throw shit off. That's all. So those are our playoff pick. Green Bay got the number 1 seed. The Tennessee Titans got the number 1 seed. They don't play the next week. They play the loser of the – well, they played the winner seed, right? Of the lowest seed. They play the winner of the lowest seed. So if things work out right, the Tennessee Titans will play the Steelers. And I'm not saying it's going to happen, but Green Bay will end up playing the Niners if they beat the Cowboys. Because Green Bay will play the Niners. But I just don't see the Eagles beating the Buccaneers. So that would be the lowest seed. If not, it would be the Packers playing either the Cardinals or the Rams if the Cowboys win.
Well, we're going to win. So,
I mean, it's y'all team, not mine.
You know, if was the fifth, we'd all be drunk.
And that is Mo Logic from St. Louis. So, that is the NFL.
For my chicken foot.
That is NFL. And let me say this too. If you notice when we picked the picks, the Saints didn't make the playoffs. Hallelujah. 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 Hallelujah.
Boy, you trying to lose your job with HS.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah. Pickles, he found.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah. The Saints didn't make the playoffs. And we're going to keep it moving on. Now on, as we transition to the sweat. Mo, you wasn't here when we talked about Dooley going to Southern, and you wasn't here about Bubba going to PV. what is your thoughts on Southern's new coach and PV new coach?
Wait, pause. How about Dooley taking his coaches with him to Southern, and then when McDowell got hired, they gonna have him with that two PV.
I was about to say it's been a lot of musical chairs going on with the coaching staffs right now. If I'm not mistaken, there's been a lot of shuffling around. Dooley,
No. It's only been shuffling between Prairie View, Texas, and Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Seems like some people from Prairie View, Texas, who live in Houston, say, you know what, we're going to Baton Rouge, and then got all the way to I want to say Beaumont, not even Beaumont, Lafayette. He said, you know what, we're gonna go back, turn this U-Haul around.
We got the Scotlandville. I said, nah, I don't like this.
Let me go back to
they got to the Red Stick, but they ain't get to the Bluff. Like they was like, this ain't gonna work for me.
Nah.
They made it to the Blue Store, and it's like, yeah, I'm done.
Yeah, let me. Is that Zachary? No, I'm gonna turn around.
Dooley going to Southern. I mean, it is what it is. And this the one that they was like debating over and stuff.
Yeah, it was a bidding war for him.
Y'all don't curse me for saying this. He is a great coach. He did a great thing at Prairie View. However, he still came up short. He didn't deliver the championship. Which is why when they was having the bidding war, I was like, can we wait until Monday after, the championship game? Yeah, he made it, but that's like Bama being in the national championship game. We didn't win that either.
Yeah, but we talking about Nick Saban, who already won previously.
I just saw him call Satan a whole lot online today. So
but he still won. He still won his conference. We talking about Dooley, who in the last 4 years finally got to the SWAC. In his last year, contract year. I just want to point that out.
That was his last year?
4-year contract. Finally got to the SWAC.
I would say perfect timing, I guess.
He got another 4-year contract. Well, I don't know. He got another 4-year with Baton Rouge. I don't know for sure, but I know he had a 4-year with Prairie View.
Ryan, no, he didn't float. This man wasn't floating around too.
Dooley?
Who, Dooley?
Oh, I mean, I almost cussed, but my bad. I was thinking about somebody else. I'm happy for him. Want to see what he's gonna be able to do in Baton Rouge. Of course, I can't be too happy for him because I'm Graham fam. So,
and also Valley.
I'm always going and Mississippi Valley. I'm always gonna root for them to get beat by those two teams. But anybody else, give them a couple of L's so Grambling can do what they need to do in that division. That's all I got on that.
All right. Now, on to the bigger things, which been popping since the Celebration Bowl. Like, literally, the SWAC has been on fire, and I've been looking at just one team in particular, and no, it's not Grambling. Alabama A&M been working the shit out of that transfer portal, and I've been saying people this, are y'all not paying attention what's going down in Huntsville? If I had to pick a team to win the SWAC, let me not say team, but pick a couple of teams that's going to probably be competitive in the SWAC and have a chance to win it. I got to go with Jackson State. I mean, it is prime time, what he brought in. We're going to talk about his latest recruit, the wide receiver, but it is prime. I got to throw Grambling out there. Can't forget about FAMU in the season they had. But looking at what Alabama A&M, I think the SWAC is going to either go between Graham, Alabama A&M, Jackson State, and FAMU, and you can't forget about Alcorn.
In a minute, if Prime takes Coach Prime takes another person from Florida State, they're gonna want to take his degree back.
Well, first of all, let me say this because I've been saying it for long. Florida State, y'all missed the boat on Coach Prime 2 years ago. You should have hired him when you had a chance. You could have got him for maybe 6 years, maybe $50 million. Now it's going to take 7 years and at least at minimum $120 million to get that man to get to Florida State. And he's proven to you why it's going to cost $120 million to get him. But as I digress, but go ahead, Mo, Zoe, the floor is y'all.
Yesterday they picked up their defensive lineman from Florida State, the head Jackson. Didn't Jackson State just get another 3-4-star recruit?
I know they got the wide receiver from the All-American high school game. I don't know who else they picked up.
I ain't gonna lie.
Been picking up people. I'm looking down this page now, and all I see is Alabama A&M.
Them motherfuckers. Bullshit.
What page you on, Mom?
Lights on Sports.
Who's in good? Who over the yellow one? We're always like they've been booming on my timeline. Like who is
Light on
that?
Sports, yeah.
Like what did they came out of nowhere and they just be killing it.
And they've been killing it because I'm looking at Arkansas O-line went to A&M. That was yesterday. Ohio transfer going to A&M.
So anything that go down with the transfer portal, especially dealing with the swag, because I haven't seen nothing with the MEAC. I just want to point that out. But the swag, that what's the name of that? What's the name of them?
Light on Sports.
Light on Sports. They've been killing that shit. They've been on top of it like every single time. Shout out to Lights on Sports.
Because every time you turn around, it's like, and they even now starting to post the basketball scores, like Jackson State games and stuff, and who they playing for basketball. Like
they is on that shit.
Basketball team beat Alabama A&M yesterday, 79-52. They posted that.
They is on that shit. I don't know. They are killing that shit. I'm like, who the hell is? Every time I look up, it's a yellow thing going down my line. My thing on either Twitter, Facebook, or IG.
And I didn't start paying attention to him really until like
this year. This season.
Once he got the #1 recruit, it's like boom, they exploded.
Yeah. Zoe, how you feel about the schools in the sweat? What's going on?
All right. Brace yourself.
Okay, brace.
Let's start out. I'm gonna start out with the East. There are 5 teams out of 6 that can win the East. Everybody except for Bethune-Cookman. We don't know what Bethune-Cookman is doing.
We know what we know they're doing. We ain't seen their name on other Light Sports.
Nothing.
But Valley is the quiet storm that nobody is paying attention to. So you can't forget about Valley. So those 5 teams, they've been making noise. Everybody's been preparing for JSU. My thing is, you're getting all this top talent, but can they gel together? That's going to be the biggest thing. Really, for everybody, it's going to be gel.
Yeah, I'm about to say that. But go ahead, keep going.
You can load your team fully, but if you start getting pettiness, and I hate to say cattiness because it's men, but if you start getting these issues where, I'm not getting playing time, are you going to be able to keep them there?
Well, I think the best part about it, they got a spring season to go through it like an actual spring season, not like to play football, but to actually see, okay, I ain't gonna get no playing time here. Let me go back into the transfer portal.
How many times can they go in there?
Once every year.
Oh,
like what's like you could literally because I can't think his name on NFL, not NFL, college. A kid could transfer from. What's a boy? He transferred from USC. He was on their freshman, transferred to UCLA, but when a boy from Oklahoma said he was in the transfer portal, he went to Oklahoma. If he don't like that, he could transfer again. The transfer, like that transfer portal, you can hit it every year.
Okay.
So that's why they were like, it's like free agency. Kids are literally free. Hey, I don't like it how it is in Arkansas. I'm gonna transfer to Florida. I don't like how it is in Florida. I'm gonna go transfer to Fresno State.
Oh, Arkansas, one of their players went to Alabama.
You see what I'm saying? So they can hit as many times as they want. But who the other 2 teams you were saying, Zoe? Because you said Valley's quiet.
Jackson, FAMU, Valley.
All of them except Bethune on the East.
Oh yeah. All right,
On the West.
Take me to the West.
Let me start out with Alcorn and Quiet. I'm just gonna say that they're not posting who they got transfers and who they recruit. Southern, from what people been saying, they putting a nice class together too. With transfers and stuff too. Texas Southern, ain't heard nothing.
Not a damn thing.
UAPB,
not a damn thing.
Mississippi Valley, not Mississippi. Oh boy, PV. Their biggest problem is you just hire your coach.
Not a damn.
So now you got to hit the ground running. So
like they behind the 8 ball.
All three of those things are way behind. Like I laughed at what's the boy off script when he was doing his little recruiting update for UAPB. He dropped the team sweat nobody. Boy, he had me rolling. But Grambling is my favorite. Not trying to be biased, but man,
no, I'm biased. Zoe is doing the political thing. I am straight biased. But go ahead.
But we definitely have biases on this show.
But I'm gonna tell you why. When one of the players recruit, we commit, I follow them. I don't know. They are recruiting other players.
Mm-hmm.
Grambling offering, hey, come on, play. We need to see you. Boom, boom. The other players that committed, they are recruiting the players that they offer, and I love it. That's
Jackson,
what we need.
On the same thing.
Yeah. See, I'm not following Jackson State. I'm following Grambling.
It is because number one recruit in the country, he's telling everybody else, follow my lead, and that's how they're pick up some of these other players.
Yeah.
Well, Mo, I don't think we got your opinion. How you been liking Valley recruiting?
I've really been enjoying it. Just being able to see Valley pick up some quality recruits to just get the talent. Because Dancy is an awesome coach, and he really proved what he could do this past season. That, all of the games didn't turn out the way we wanted them to, of course, but just looking at his recruitment class, I think that Valley will make more noise in the SWAC and definitely in our division next season. So I'm really happy about that. And
I'm don't see them.
Huh?
Glad we don't see them this year.
Who do we play? Oh, they ain't came out with the schedule.
Like what I was told is Eric, it's a 2-year rotation.
I was about to say, didn't they say for 2 years?
Yeah, so the teams we played last year, pretty much we'll see them again.
Okay. Oh, good. I mean, Graham Cunningham Bethune, I'm definitely a beater.
Yeah.
Wait,
and then
you're flipping it, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. So Graham still got to come to Florida.
Miami or something like that. They got another bowl game or something.
Who?
Jackson State.
No, that's the Orange Blossom Classic. That's just the first game.
Not a bowl, but a classic or something.
Yeah. And that game is going to turn out to be important too, because if FAMU wins that game, they go to the SWAC, not Jackson State. So the Orange Blossom Classic, that's going to be an eye opener for the whole SWAC East. Which, because that I mean, I'm be honest with you, I thought that was just a way for Prime to come to Florida and recruit. Nah, that game really means something now.
Not to be funny or distracting, but it was a meme that I saw earlier. And so y'all know.
If you about to say about the one with him and Nick Saban.
Yeah, and he was like, the Bulldogs got you too.
I was like, boy, these people, the internet is quick, boy. And it had to be somebody black to do that one.
Somebody from the SWAC, Mediac had to do the one for your boy from South Carolina State.
But
the Bulldogs.
I said the internet was quick with that. I said somebody black is on it.
Somebody was watching the game and let me go ahead and put this together real quick.
That was hilarious to me.
I saw that, but I just put my head down when I was at the office. I couldn't let them see these people see me laugh that hard.
Well, see, I was working all day at work. So in basketball games, I watched Memphis and Cincinnati play, and Memphis ended up pulling it off. But that's what I do at work. Besides working, the TV is white noise in the back, but it was pretty nice.
That's what's up.
Yeah, I hope you can tell that to my principal, because while I'm doing all this paperwork, I need something just to keep me up. I can't be on the computer all day.
Out they had my so
social media keep me level. People like I can't be on social media. No. It keeps me level.
You can't be on social media?
No, I can. Some people like I can't be on social media all day. It's distracting. Not me. It keep me level.
When I was teaching, they told me I couldn't have my phone. I said either I'm gonna have my phone or I'm gonna have a case. You choose.
It keeps me level. I mean, sometimes I'll be looking at sports. Next thing you know, I'm looking at politics. Next thing you know, I'm looking at beautiful black women working out. It's all up there, but it keeps me level.
Like just talking about people want to work out. My niece went to the fitness center downstairs. When I was looking off, I was watching her because she was putting on lip gloss to go to the fitness center.
She didn't do nothing but take pictures. That's all. Made a couple of Instagram videos. Did maybe about 3 squats. Tried to do some sit-ups, and she got enough to post to get some views and likes.
You kind of get a sugar daddy.
Yeah, pretty much like a aunt. But we're gonna digress. But we back. HS Sports going into the NFL playoff. We set our picks. Swag still booming with transfer portal. I think when is the official signing day? February or
it is going to be February Saturday. It's February
what?
2nd.
February 2nd. Sleeper team to watch out. Come signing day in the swag. I'm gonna give you mine. I'm just gonna stick with it. I think Alabama A&M still not done.
I don't think they're the sleeper though, because
I think maybe like I'm gonna be honest with you. I haven't seen no 2 stars or 1 stars. I've been seeing 3 stars and 4 stars.
That's what I'm saying, but I don't think they're the sleeper because they won the spring, and then last year they were supposed to. They won the spring.
First of all,
that was glorified spring football.
Yeah, first of all, that shit, whatever. They won. Who is like, yo, boy, you remember when Alabama A&M won the swag in the spring?
I'm just saying that put them on that pedestal.
No, I ain't putting them in no damn. Hell nah. We ended that shit when they came to ground. Like, y'all boys.
Asterisk beside that, because I mean that don't count.
That shit don't count. Y'all can. I mean, they can get they probably got rings ordered for that shit, but that's cool. It's cool. But until you went in August to December, until you go to that Celebration Bowl, yeah, you get an asterisk by your name, my boy.
Celebration Bowl.
Huh?
It wasn't nothing to celebrate.
Yeah. I mean they. You know what they got? They got a celebration bowl in the backyard of their head coach house. They had hamburgers and hot dogs. That's good enough.
Stop.
Yeah, I said that. I can say that. Because they need to hear that. Alabama A&M, y'all are not real. Y'all listen. Y'all are SWAC championship in the spring. Until you win one in the fall. Ain't nobody respecting y'all, but I'm respecting what y'all doing in this recruiting
this year.
Yeah, what y'all doing in this recruiting? I'm respecting that. I am respecting that. 3 and 4 star recruits are coming to Alabama A&M. You would expect them to go to Southern. You got PV in Texas Southern, which is really, you got Houston in the backyard, FAM, maybe Bethune, Daytona. Listen, Alabama State ain't even doing shit. Not like Alabama A&M. If there is, I haven't seen them.
Right. Alabama State ain't doing nothing either.
I'm about to say, I'm not going to keep it quiet. Like, if they're getting these recruits are not going to be silent about where they're committed to. So, what's going on?
Yeah, so what Alabama A&M doing right now? Right now, I give them so much respect. You getting 3 and 4 star recruits, but ain't nobody like, yo, them boys won the SWAC in the spring. We gotta put some respect on their name. Y'all ain't even respected. You two, when the last time y'all, you know they won the spring SWAC championship.
When we was
Nobody.
talking, Grambling was getting ready to play them in the fall.
Thank you.
Hey, Florida.
Go ahead.
Hey, you know they won the spring championship, right?
That was the first time I ever heard you say that shit out your mouth. That was the first time I heard you say that shit out your mouth in 2022. So nobody. So I'm still saying they're my sleeper. Who is y'all sleeper?
Valley.
I mean, it's Valley. I get it.
I'll say Valley too.
Man.
Nope. You're crazy. Everybody picking somebody for a team from the East, though. I just want to point that out.
Well, I'm gonna tell you right now, though, Grambling putting people on notice.
Oh hell yeah! We
Grambling.
been said that. We said if Grambling get the right coach,
Chess move. I've been saying it. Nobody been listening to me. It's the chess move. That's all it is.
So, did you get opponents for the Dallas opponents for this year?
Yeah. Yeah. We're gonna have a tough schedule next year, but
we close that up. We're gonna talk about that on another show.
Yeah, we still got to talk about like literally we we got time to talk about it because we still got to talk about we got to finish the season all the way to Super Bowl.
Hey,
then we got to come.
I can't.
Go ahead.
We gotta talk about Grambling and these 30 recruits that done committed so far. We even got
no. We gotta come back again. Talk about signing day, and then we got to come back after the spring to talk about how these teams look.
Oh, and we're going for the spring game.
Yeah, and then we'll be right back because training camp starting up. Like we probably from to I want to say probably to today, we probably maybe have from now to I want to say the 1st of June, we probably got maybe like 10 more shows. Okay. Next week you got division. The week after that, you got the championship. Next 2 weeks after that, you got the Super Bowl. Then you got signing day. Yeah, we got. Trust me, them 30 recruits we gonna talk about them on signing day because then we'll see everything that's out. Who actually signed that NIL national? What is it? National letter NLI National Letter of Intent.
Yeah, it used to give me too after they came out with the NILs.
Yeah. So we got that.
Ooh. Let me say this: the wide receiver room gonna be loaded with height and speed. The quarterback room gonna be loaded unless they move some people around. And now we're working on trenches. That's all I can say.
Yeah. I mean, I'm forward. You know, all day, every day. I love healthy competition. So,
hey, we even got a Lamborghini coming.
Sure, it just didn't work well with my spirit.
Oh yeah, great. Oh yeah, so you gotta talk about that. You go ahead up there. We'll be wrap this up.
Dude, Lamborghini Williams, so running back. If you ain't looked him up and look at his highlight tape, man, I tell you that boy, he gonna be nice. They call him Lamborghini for a reason. If you think of a Lamborghini, what do you think of?
Speeding ticket.
Ooh. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's gonna be nice.
My final thoughts. I'm gonna go first. First year doing this. Really want to say appreciate you, Zoe. Appreciate you, Mo, for getting on. This really been fun. I ain't gonna lie, talking about sports and actually talking to like-minded people who follow the same shit. But both of y'all got access to different people and different organizations to get more information because let's not forget, Zoe knew about Hugh Jackson ahead of time. So I really appreciate y'all getting on. That's my final thoughts. And also, I think I was the only consistent person on this show, and I want to thank the New Orleans Saints for that. That is my final thoughts.
Your big brother, our big brother don't call you if they watch this. and trying to fight.
Only guy on this show did not pick a certain team for the whole season. It was only one person. It was only one person. Most consistent. My final thoughts. Joe, Mo, the floor is yours.
I mean, I give him that, but a hell of a way to make a statement. Well, I guess I'll go next.
Yeah, ladies go first. No offense, bro.
I already went.
No,
Good. I already went.
Somebody gonna be like, "Oh, he called Florida late." No, I did not.
You can't call me late. I cut my hair, so nah. It's only one person on the show got long hair now, so.
Well, number one, I'm gonna say roll them tide, because no matter what,
Go final thoughts.
And I don't care win, lose, or draw, I'm still gonna represent for them. So roll tide. To the Niners, we on your ass. We'll see you in Texas this weekend. For Grambling, continue to pull in all of the players that you can. Well, not all of the players that you can, but continue to do quality recruiting. Race not over yet. We got a long way to go. So continue to do what you got to do. Same goes for Mississippi Valley. And may the other coaches stub their big toe when they're going out to meet with a recruit from the other schools. And those are my final thoughts tonight.
I just want to point out my final thoughts was sympathy, but Mo came with that gangster shit. Topics, though.
That's why I see my trigger finger. That's why I see my trigger. Oh, man. Two things. One, to all the recruits coming to not only the SWAC, the HBCUs, you coming home. I'm loving it. I'm not racist, but I'm just loving it. Two, man, I gotta go back to my Cowboys, Zerlin. I don't know what you're doing, but man, I need you to bring your A game. If we come down to you, we need you. We need you. That's it. That's the kicker for everybody that don't know. We need our kicker.
Old kicker, our old kicker was A100. What happened to him?
They said this one, he gone to another team, but they said Zerlin had surgery. So I guess it's messing with his.
He had surgery before the season came back. That was their excuse at the beginning of the season. Season almost. Come on now, bro. Yo, back, you should have been working them kicks out by now.
You should have been working them hips out with that.
I hope people really pay attention. Like, Mo is really the gangster of this show. I just want to point that out. Mm-hmm. Like, Mo is really the gangster. She really, like we be like, oh man, we got this, and Mo like, man, that motherfucker need to do what he need to do because we need him to do this and that. Like, I just want to point that out. Mo, glad to have you back. Glad to get you on the show. Man, HS Sports, we'll be back next week talking about the divisional rounds, leading up to the Super Bowl, leading up to more SWAC recruits, man. This is HS Sports. That's Zoe. That's Mo. We'll see y'all next week.
You was a kid, you was a bitch, going to clap for real. Ain't got a pretend.
Headline, Starlight.
Look, when I was a G, hit them licks, riding flat for real. You was a kid, you was a bitch, going to clap for real. Ain't gotta pretend, I beat your stilo, you just